Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Rob at Old Style Classics Baseball Cards and coming at you again here on December 10th, 2023. It's like 4 in the morning. Uh-oh. Well, we know who that is. Hey, it's some of the guys, dudes. Hey, can you hold on for a second? Let me get this. Hello. Hey, it's Rob at Old Style Classics Baseball Cards, and you are on the air, caller. Tell us what coast you're calling from, and if you're a first-time caller or not. Since we're gonna start getting calls and all that all the time. Hey, Rob. Ooh, man. Hey, I just woke up a little while ago because, man, I was tossing and turning and I could have swore I just had a cinch you was talking about something, and sure enough, I turned on our president's, uh, well, let's just call it our little NSA kit. Hey, we're still down here in Central California. Yeah, move that thing off the screen. It's giving too much glare. It's giving me a headache. It's too early for that. Anyway, Rob, I was using my little NSA kit. Don't tell nobody about that. Well, hey, Rob, and I turned on that there kit, and I saw you talking about that Aaron Andrews card, and you said now you got all four of them. Yep, got all four. Allen and Ginter mini. Well, actually, I got five. I got the full size. Oh man, we haven't seen that yet. Well, when I find it, I'll pull it out. But the one I just opened was the base mini. Then I had the Allen and Ginter back, the black and the gold border. So that black border one's the one you saw when I was in Albuquerque. Oh yeah, I like that. But man, I can't wait to see double vision. Who doggy? You say you got four of them there? Sure do, Bill. But they're kind of out of reach right now. That's okay, Rob. But then I overheard you saying something about a Danica Patrick card. Is that what I heard you say, Rob? Sure did, man. Trust me, Bill. You and the boys are gonna love that Danica Patrick card that I got because I like it too. And man, it's gonna blow your socks off. So you guys might want to finish up what you're doing out there in the desert with the old Roadkill Garage and Engine Masters, and maybe make your way up here sometime later this week or next week. What do you think about them apples? Come on, Rob. Which one did you get? Maybe I could look it up online. Sorry, Bill. It's gonna be a big surprise, big reveal, and you're gonna have to wait. Oh, come on, Rob. Sorry, Bill, but trust me. If the big hurt, the big old hunk made a appearance tonight, and she likes it too, well, trust me. When Danica makes an appearance with this card that I got coming in, we'll like it too. He'll like it too. And we're all gonna get in some level of trouble. You know, old Hillary's gonna be mad, bro. Oh, doggy, man. I hope it's worth the trouble. Will be. Hang on, Rob. Extension. Did I hear you say? Oh, sorry, Rob. This is President John Fitzgerald Kennedy. You can call me JFK or well. Let me get my head together here. Oh yeah. Did you say you got another Danica Patrick card coming in? Yep. And you're gonna like it too, man. Because trust me, you won't even remember Jacqueline after you see this one. Who? Did you say Jacqueline? I don't quite remember her. No. Well, John, yeah, probably in about a week there's going to be a nice Danica Patrick card showing up here, but I'm right in the middle of starting up the second episode of Old Style Classic Baseball Cards because I got a reveal to do today. Is it that Danica Patrick card? No, John, next week. This one's going to be a check off my list, though. Okay, hang on, somebody wants to talk. No. Alright, bye, John. Rob. This is, Sean James Connery Bond, 007. Did I overhear these guys? I was kind of napping, but you know me, I'm always on God. And did you guys say that you got a new Danica Patrick card? Nah, hey, James, I'm getting a Danica Patrick card that every guy out there is gonna love. You're all gonna love it. Now you might not get in trouble, but the rest of us will. With the significant others when they see this one. When's that card coming in? Well, you guys are gonna have to be here by next week if you want to see that in person. Um, yeah, trust me. Okay, Rob. Yeah, things aren't working out so well down here. That dang Jar Binks, he's such a he's a klutz. Dag nabbit, that Jar. He screwed up the limousine, and old Scotty and them can't find a new engine suitable right now. And I don't know. They went up to the Federation up there in San Francisco, but it's like underneath a Chinese dumpling bakery shop or something. It's not quite that big yet. Give it about 100 years. Anyways, who knows what they're doing? I don't know. I think they went to a concert or something at the Fillmore. Yeah, what was I talking about, Rob? Oh, Jar messed up you guys' limousine. Yeah, that clutch. Yeah, dag nabbit. And then he asked, uh, of all people, he asked Gerald to give him a hand uh, organizing some of them small parts, and it's a mess, Rob. Let's just say it's a mess. Even Steve Dolchek and Freiberger can't figure out what they did. So we might have to put this off for a while. Well, everyone else is asleep, but hey, let us know when you're going to do that Danica Patrick card. Alright, you guys don't want to stick around and watch me do some old style classic baseball cards? I got a special check to get off my list today. Is it Aaron Andrews card? Nope. Maria Sharapova? Nope, it's none of that kind of stuff. Now, Rob, yeah, good night. Oh, alright, folks. Well, those guys are going to be excited when they see that card. Alright, quick recap. Got the Marble Duck. Opened the Blaster of 2022 that I got in Blinn, New Mexico. Walmart, I bought 3 of them on clearance for $17 a piece. And so showing you the stuff I got. Got a short print Marble Duck. Most of you, a lot of fans out there. Famous rivals, the Yankees and the Red Sox. And Angie Gurriel. Angie back. Retail exclusive short print Larry Walker. Short print black bordered. 1 out of every 10 packs. Woodruff. Brandon Woodruff. Short print time out. Fire alarm. And then a couple base, but they are the oddball base, so a lot of people like these musician cards, so that's not quite a short print, but not a bad mini to get, so not just some basic. TJ Osborne from Brothers Osborne. House, I don't really know who this guy is. Haas. Well, listen here, stranger. This is John Wayne, and get out of my house. My house. I need to find my house and take a ride. Listen here, punk. Get off my house. Alright, and then Hall of Famer Lou Brock, which is a base, but if you're going to get a base, why not get a Hall of Famer? So, we did pretty good on that blaster because regardless of all this stuff, We got this New York Yankees DJ LeMahieu A-type full-size relic card from 2022, Allen and Ginter. You know, it's just gray, but that's not too bad. It's better than just plain old white. It'd be nice to get like a black or a white with a pinstripe or something, but that's still alright for retail. If you're gonna pull, if you get something like this in retail, like I was saying in the last video, you won. You know, that blaster's a winner. Yeah. Anything above, like that black and gold border there, Brooklyn back, no number back, relic, autograph, 101, glossy, metal, any of that you get in a blaster, you can consider that a winner. And these are beautiful cards. This 2022, these full-size relic cards were really beautiful, especially this one. This little design, these little circles or whatever these are here, very reminiscent of when they would do the when you'd get some of the base cards in the early sets that were the code breaker cards that were like a code. They had special frame border on some of those base cards, and I don't know if every one of the base cards had that or just some of them did, but those were super cool looking. That's reminiscent of that. So anyways, got a Yankee relic, so that's always good. There's a lot of Yankee fans out there, and he's their first, second baseman. So that's a winner right there. So that's cool. And then we are going to do this, and then I will get to that eBay card that I got today, which I'm fairly certain I know what this is. Hopefully it survived because this package is a little beat up a little bit. But that will be a check, a very big check off my Allen and Ginter project, which is me trying to collect a different kind of Allen and Ginter card of all these different things that they've done over the years. So anyways, this is one of those value packs picked up at the, fairly certain this one I got at the CJ Sports and Collectibles. I picked the first 10 up at that mall, Cottonwood Mall. But this one they have a store in Rio Rancho just a couple miles away. And this was the only one they had because it doesn't have the sticker on it. Because they were charging like $14.99 for these. So there you go. There's my point when I say, yeah, you can pick this stuff up for a year or two, on like maybe on clearance or in repack stuff. But then 2 years, you know, so maybe next year or the year after that, you won't see any more of this stuff, hardly. It's going to get eaten up because people want to get that Julio Rodriguez and Spencer Torkelsons and O'Neal Cruz and all these guys, rookies that are in that set. And even they, so if you can pick it up on clearance right now, go ahead and do it, because that's usually how Allen and Ginter goes. You pay full retail price, then a year later you can find some on clearance, and later that year or the next year you can find these like packs and some of the repack stuff, and then it's gone, because then the price of this stuff starts to shoot up because people start buying it for the people who were in there, unless you kind of have a more of a dud year, you know. Maybe you can get like 2021 and 2020 because there weren't a whole lot of big stuff in those. But try to go pick up 2018, good luck. And the further you go back, you just can't find that stuff anymore. But I guarantee you, I can go and find a Bowman from 10 years ago or Flagship. But try to get this stuff, it's few and far between, or it's really expensive. So, my point being, even this is 2020 and there's not like a great checklist like rookies and stuff like that, and still yet these things are going for still like $15, because these would have been like 10, maybe 12, I don't know, but the price is up, and this is kind of in the downturn that we're in right now. But Had I waited and came across these 5 years from now, they probably would have been like $30 a pop, in my opinion. So, anyways, there's the packaging. You got your 3 packs in there. I think these two are facing this way, and the last one's facing that way. And then you got that little cellophane pack with the 5 extras. And I believe the 5 come from Target. And then if you get this a value pack from Walmart, it would be 3 exclusive cards. So always look for the one that has 5 instead of 3 because they're usually the same price. And there's what the back look like. So just for the sake of documenting this, this is what these look like. So 20 years from now, when you want to say, hey, what did the value pack look like that year? Well, there you go. There's the odds. And this pack contains 23 cards, 3 6-card Allen and Ginter baseball packs, plus 1 bonus pack of 5 exclusive gold parallel cards. So, alright. Pull these out like this because you won't be able to see the top card. So as you can see, this one is a long little strip there. I'm going to set that aside. And this one's facing this way, and the other 2 are facing that way. So for anyone interested in the future, one of the ways you could pick up Allen and Ginter in 2020, which I'm not sure, I guess, I don't know when these would have been on the shelf because 2020 was pretty much shut down, unless these came out right before all the shutdown stuff happened. So there's your packaging for retail. Same thing, still good odds back then. Alright. As you know, I collect mini cards, so that's why I like these. Of course, if you're going to get anything, you know, get hobby boxes, because that's where you're going to get your hits. But if you're a mini collector like me, the best way to get a lot of minis, more than you would even in the retail or hobby regular, like blasters, or a hobby box, or even a retail box, is to get these value packs because they come with those extra minis. You get 8 minis for 3 packs of cards versus 1 mini for every pack of cards. So we got the doll card, Hall of Famer Sandy Koufax, with his mere 165 wins, but yep, he's a Hall of Famer because he dominated for a short amount of time. But don't a lot of pitchers dominate for a short amount of time and then fall off and keep playing? But he dominates for a long time, has an injury, I think, and then just quits. And so it's like a comedian leaving the stage when they got a good laugh. Alright, good night, everybody. Quit while you're ahead, right? So it worked out for him. I know he was super dominant, but still, I don't know. I question that a little bit. Jack Morris, there you go, Hall of Famer for dang dude, I can't remember the name of your channel right offhand. And the short print 343. But always bagging on Jack Morris. But hey, Hall of Famer. You're in. 254 wins, 186 losses, 3.90 ERA, so he's pretty decent. I don't know how many years he played. Alright, hey, the Juice. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen this card. I guess I didn't get as much 2020. Set that aside for a second. Field General Buster Posey. So, should he get in the Hall of Fame? He was on his way, but then he quit early. He didn't play the pandemic year, and then he quit early, and I don't think he's got the numbers for it, but he's clearly would have been a Hall of Famer had he stuck around. So I don't know. Is he going to get the Sandy Koufax treatment? Because he could have went to first and just didn't want to, I guess. You know, I don't understand, but I guess we don't know the whole story. So does his wife want him to get him out of it? Oh, I love you because you're a baseball player, but now I hate it because you're never around that we're together. Who knows? Alright, so the juice. I don't think I've ever seen this card. So that's a new one for me. Oh, the baseball barber. Maybe I have seen that. Unless I just saw it on YouTube. I don't know. I may have this card and just don't remember it, but I know about the baseball barber, but that's pretty cool. Good for him. Yeah, I must have it. He's wearing like a couple watches. I don't know. Still pretty cool. Alright, we're going to hold off on the minis, and we'll just do all the minis in one quick run at the end here. These packs open nice and smooth. Need to take a drink, folks. Does anyone else collect like wrappers, and not like all of them, but like just like an example, like I'm talking about, like I would keep this for posterity, so to speak, and keep a couple wrappers and like a hobby box from every year. I wish I'd started doing that earlier. But does anyone else do that kind of stuff? Think people care? Suarez. I guess I do it because I care and I want other people to care, and you know, I guess that's just how we are, nostalgic. Alright, a great one to get. Mr. Ichiro. Mr. Ichiro. Number 32, Ichiro Suzuki. Can't wait till he gets in the Hall of Fame. He deserves it. Then, like I talked about before, these super cool cards. Little insert card to tell you about the crack the code. Stupid computer. It keeps notifying me the same thing, and I keep clearing it, and it keeps popping up. And we just discovered about these crack the code card, and I said, just like keeping the wrapper for posterity or whatever the right word is that I'm not using. You know, like having a wrapper and a hobby box and a blaster from each year just to show what they came in. I think you need to keep these, or at least one of these, so that you could be like, oh, these also would come with random packs advertising to do the crack the code, and they're super glossy cards. But we just noticed that this one even has a code itself. So that's interesting little side Easter egg about these Allen and Ginter. I wonder what's the deal with the code for that. It's just Topps tracking system or what? There you go, Luzardo rookie card. So who knows? Someday. But he's a pitcher, so. And then the long ball Lord, Dagnabbit. Why can't I get another Andre Dawson? I've only got one Andre Dawson. I'd like to have at least two of each. Jim Thome, Hall of Famer. Long ball Lore, those are pretty cool cards. Alright, one last pack. The backwards pack. Now we've gotten 2 hits out of these 11 value packs. One of them was the Acuna Jr. Is there any chance we'll get another one? Probably not, but 2 relics, and one of them being a mini framed Acuna is not bad, you know, considering the odds. Dunst. I wonder if he's related to Kirsten Dunst, who played Claudia in Interview with the Vampire and should have won an Academy Award because she did epic job at playing Claudia in an Interview with the Vampire. Didn't get any credit because the girl won the Academy Award for supporting actress the year before, who was a kid, so they didn't want it in '93. So 94, they didn't want to put another kid up, and she got totally jobbed. Professional poker player. But that's kind of a rare name, Dunst. So I wonder if they're related at all. Come on, focus. Doesn't say anything, so interesting. That card got its time in the limelight. Javier Baez, when he was still playing pretty decent, probably. Jacob deGrom. Only had 66 wins up to that point in time. And the Hudson card. Dakota Hudson. And the last full-size card that we're getting out of this, of course, Down on the Farm, that's probably my least favorite insert set from 2020. So that's the Silo card. I mean, it's still kind of neat, but this is what I'm talking about, kind of that generic, image, and then, compared to the Talented card, all this art on the frame and all that is just beautiful. And, this is a silly thing, kind of like the Talented. Calling it Talented is goofy, but the card itself is serious otherwise. This one's just more goofy in general, but it's cool that they do goofy stuff. I dig that they do something goofy, but it's just very cartoony, or I don't know, it's just like the artwork on some of this, or like It's Your Special Day. It's just very, very generic, and so I don't care for them. And I usually like Allen and Ginter inserts, and I dig that it's something goofy and funny like the Silo card, but I just think they would have been cooler if they did a better job with the artwork. Alright, so there you go. Alright, then our minis. See how we do here. Alright. Got a short print, the Behemoth beneath. So see, this is cool. This kind of goofy. It's, that's goofy because it's about the farm. And this is sort of goofy because it's, not goofy in the sense that it's trying to be funny. But this card looks 10 times better than the design they did here. So that's a pass for me, even though I do like the goofy stuff. But there you go, there's a good short print. That one I know I don't have, the Colossal Squid, so that's super cool. That's going in my binder. And that's a cool one. So some of these insert sets they've done, especially in the minis, are super cool. And this Behemoth Beneath has been a real winner in 2020. Alright, so there you go. If you want to read that, you can pause it. You can see the code there. So that's nice. I like that. So 1 for 1 on the short print. Number 2 is going to be a short print. And that's I think that might be even a super, super short print. Like that's a really short print. Come on, 9 ways to first. So I'd have to look up the overall odds on the website, but we could probably look at one of these packs here. So one of the 9 ways to get to first base is a base on balls. And there you go, you got a Cody Bellinger. So he's a big free agent now that Shohei Ohtani's gone. So I don't know, will the Cubs try to make a move for him since... So there's another question for you folks if you want to chime in. Which you, well, let me ask the question after I get it focused. Come on. Alright. So, 2 questions for this card. I mean, it's super cool because it's a short print. And it's baseball related, so even you guys who complain about some of the different stuff they do, you can't complain about this because it is a baseball related thing. So like you see this with the 60s and stuff like that, or just in general, even pre-war, I guess, you'll see a card that's kind of a generic card, right? Which this would be generic in the sense that it's not a Cody Bellinger card per se. It's just talking about the 9 ways to get to first and about the base on balls. But you'll see people in the past would be like, oh, but that image of the person they're talking about, you know, like baseball, you know, like from England or one of those foreign cards. The American sport is baseball, and it shows like Babe Ruth batting. And so people start getting those because they're like, oh, it's a Babe Ruth card. Even though it's not technically Babe Ruth's card, it's got Babe Ruth on the card, or like the Ty Cobb sliding into third base, and you're like, oh, but let's say the card was about the third baseman, and you're like, oh, but look, Ty Cobb's in the image, so people go grab those cards up because it's may not technically be Ty Cobb. I know it is in that situation, but it may not be that person labeled on the card, but he's in the image, so people start grabbing those. So what do you think? Is that a Babe, you know, is this card kind of cover 3 different bases, so to speak? It's the card that's covering itself because it is what it is about the 9 ways to first. Is it also a Cody Bellinger card that if you're a Bellinger collector, you'd want to have this? Why won't not focus? And also, just like a checklist card or something, if you were a so right there, if you were a Barry Bonds completist, and you needed to have everything Barry Bonds was in, would you say you need this because it's talking about Barry Bonds, even though it doesn't display him? Just like, you know, if I come across a checklist that has Andre Dawson in it, I'll keep it, you know, because someday is this going to be like, well, let's say they Barry Bonds, let's say he was in this set, and his card in 100 years is going for $100, you know, not adjusting for inflation. Let's say that $100 of what today's value is, whatever that is in 100 years. And then you say, oh, well, look, there's a card that talks about Barry Bonds. Is that card like worth $30 because it's Barry Bonds, but the other ones, the other 8 cards in this little subset that doesn't talk about Barry Bonds are worth like $5 instead of, and then everyone's like, oh, at least it talks about Barry Bonds, so that's worth $30. What do you guys think about that kind of stuff? Short print. Sorry, I went on a tangent there. And then I think Phil Rizzuto, that's Hall of Famer, I believe. There you go, another Yankee. And a beautiful Allen and Ginter back and a short print Allen and Ginter back. So it's a double short print. It's not a super short print, but it's a short print. And what that means is that 308, so anything over 301 is a short print. An Allen and Ginter back's a short print, so you can only get an Allen and Ginter 1 out of every 5 packs. So that's a short print. That's beautiful Angie back that year, even better than that other one I showed you. But in a way, it's a short print because many cards, just by nature, are short printed compared to the regular size cards. So you only get 1 mini per 7 or 6 cards. I think it's 6. So you only get one mini per 6 cards, so that in itself is a short print. The minis are short print versus base. Allen and Ginter short print. So, yep, that's been pretty epic there. Alright, I'm going to pull out one of these packs and see what it says. So I'm going to get the old magnifying glass out here and see how rare some of these are. So we're already 35 minutes in, jeez. Alright, Allen and Ginter back, 1 in 5, black border, 1 in 10, no number, 1 in 193. Brooklyn back, 1 in 386. Glossy, 1 in 10,159. Yeah, you can get stained glass out in every 900 packs. Printing plate in 2,400 packs. Alright, I'm just going to do this here real quick. Probably quicker, people. Enjoy those cards there for a moment. Alright, down on the farm, 1 in 6, digging deep, 1 in 6, digging deep, 100,797 for a relic. Reach for the sky. I don't know if I've seen those. 1 in 6 though. Alright, the mini inserts, behemoths beneath, so those are 1 in 8 packs. So not as rare as the black border. Where the monsters live is 1 in 10. 9 ways to first is 1 in 50. So Safari sites, booming cities, bugging out, citadels and safe holds, and the 9 ways first are the 1 in 50. So that is the equivalent of let's say 2023, like only in or save room for dessert card, I believe. So there you go. Alright, and then folks, we'll move on to the eBay in just one more second. I'm looking at one more thing. Base card glossy is 1 in 10,419 packs for the full size. Base short print 1 in 2. Base short print glossy parallel. Base card mini. Sometimes it'll say how likely you are to get a short print, but it doesn't. Alright, everybody. So that value pack has been a winner as far as just the base stuff that came in the actual packs, just on the minis alone. Alright, let's see what we got on these retail exclusives. So not Corbin Carroll, but Patrick Corbin. This next card's upside down, so let's see what this is about. Corey Seager, so there you go. There's solid Corey Seager, 257, so it's not a short print, so I guess there's no reason for it being upside down. Merrifield. Witt. Kepler. $243. I remember the first time I ever seen these gold borders. I was working at Target and I was like, what is that? Phil Rizzuto. So once again, we got a short print. So we got one short print out of those 5. And so, just like the Allen and Ginter back, it's a short print just based on the fact that it's a mini. Then it's a short print because it's over 300. This one is almost the equal in the sense that, well, it's a little rare because it's gold bordered, so that's technically like 1 out of 10 packs normally. But that's a gold border, so that's short print, and this is a short print of the same guy. but 2 double short print, triple short print. Same thing, but just slightly different. So I don't know which is a little rarer. I think this one's a little bit rarer, but that's cool. So I'd call that a winner, people. Alright, so 40 minutes in. I don't know where the time goes, folks, so I'm not going to keep you from seeing this. So we are going to go ahead and do my eBay reveal, and this is going to be a huge, it's going to be this big of a check off my list. So thank you, Nick, Fort Mill. And like I said in one of the other videos, these couple guys must have bought up a ton of these stuff. If this is what I think it is, the online exclusive. Yeah, definitely. Nothing else in there. Oh, this definitely looks a lot different than I expected. Alright, so what is this? Card finders. So maybe that's why they find stuff. Give them a list of things you want, probably, I guess. It's always 60% of pros, blah, blah, blah. Pittsburgh. Supposedly there's a something like a charity. Alright. So if you'd like to support them, there's this information. Alright, wow, this one, it's kind of funny. It almost looks like a counterfeit. Kind of like when I first saw these, but I guess it's just because of the printing. I'm not claiming this in any way, because when I look at the stamp, that looks legit. It's just kind of funny because the sorry people, I'm taking some tape off here. So thank God they put this in a top loader, so I don't need to go find one and pull it out. And if it wasn't, it probably wouldn't have made it here in decent shape, because the post office kind of really had some edge bending on this package. You know, this is all kind of folded over and stuff. A little beat up. Not too bad. I've seen worse. Alright. Drum roll, people. So I kept this other card out for a reason. Give you a clue. And what is the check off my list? So I told you guys that the same thing I thought when I saw the Andre Dawson online exclusive, numbered to 49. It looked fake to me, like somebody just took a regular 2018 Allen and Ginter card and put like a black stamp on it saying like whatever number out of 49. And I was like, what is that? Then I read about it, and it was a 5x7 online exclusive, so I looked it up, and it's totally legit. But then I didn't realize that they also did these, so you can get the online exclusives, which were numbered, and like they look just like the base card, but they're 5x7s. And like the Dawson was numbered to 49, which is cool because that's the number of home runs he hit his MVP year. And but then I found out, so I had to get that one. It was something I needed from Allen and Ginter that he had that I never even knew about. Kind of like the wrestling cards from WWE Heritage, Allen and Ginter card insert set. So if I'm going to get one of these online exclusive cards that I didn't know about, kind of like the Clearly Authentic or something, then why not get my PC guy? So I did get that 5x7 Andre Dawson. And it's super cool, it's super legit. Yeah, and it only looked that way in the picture. The stamp was actually the shiny silver blank out of 49. And then I go and find out that they also had a gold online exclusives, so those numbered to 10. And I've been trying to get the Andre Dawson, especially that 2018. I think they did these 2 or 3 years. I think 2017, 2018, and maybe 2016 or 2019. And so there might be 3 different years they did this, but I know there's 2 years for sure. So I got the 2018 Andre Dawson online exclusive numbered to 49, and I need to get me the online exclusive Andre Dawson 2018 gold version numbered 10. I still can't find that card, and all those guys who have the drop box, when I get to Andre Dawson when it's out of stock, and so he is in a few different, at least 2 of those sets, but I'm pretty sure they've done 3. So I can't find any version of his gold one. So then I would decide, you know what, I'll pick up somebody who I'm going to pick up a good player. Even if my wife don't care much for it, and I just gave you a clue. But I'm going to get a guy who's pretty much a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame, barring that he doesn't do something really stupid. But as you can guess, and it's basically just the image of the same other base card, like I told you with the Dawson. They're just huge. They're like the size of the biggest, well, not even the biggest, it's bigger than a regular cabinet box loader card that you get. These are the 5x7 online exclusive. I don't know if the code's any different because of these. I'll have to look. But there you go, Bryce Harper, number 254, 20. Oh yeah, look at that, it's 2016. So there you go. There's your answer. Since I have the 2018 Andre Dawson and this is 2016, so we know they have done this in 2016, 17, and 18. 19, I don't think so. So I'm fairly sure I only saw 3 years of these. And this kind of stuff, if you're not on top of it or you're not on tops, it's like the Allen and Ginter X. I never knew it came out until a week after it had been out. They're already sold out by then, so they do stuff like this, which I don't follow. And then you miss out. Then you end up hunting this stuff down like I am to check a different kind of Allen and Ginter thing that they did that wasn't readily available. Just, you know, really either hard to get or you wouldn't even know about it. So this is the gold. Boom. Bryce Harper. So it just looks kind of like, at first glance, when you kind of first look at it, it's like, oh my god, that looks like somebody just made a photocopy and kind of did it in sepia and just made it bigger. But the more you look at it, the more it just kind of resembles a box loader, how some of those images come off that same way. And so that is number 8 of 10. So that'd be sweet if it was Andre Dawson, because he wore number 8 as a Cub, and then he won number 10 on all the other teams he played with. So Montreal, Boston, and Florida. I think he was 10. So that would be cool for Andre Dawson. But nevertheless, there's 99% future Hall of Famer Bryce Harper, multiple MVP winner, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. You know, wife doesn't like his attitude because he is kind of a little he needs to simmer down a little bit sometimes. I think he sometimes feels he has to prove himself more than just playing baseball, but kind of be tough. And I'm fine with it. I mean, I think it's funny, like when he got in a fight and all that, but my wife doesn't like that kind of stuff. But I think maybe he just feels he needs to be a little more macho or be on all the time. But whatever. So he's a good player, solid player. And there you go. He's with his original Washington. And what did he have by this point? 97 home runs at the 289 batting average. So I think he just hit his 300th home run this year. So dude's on his way. So, you know, with multiple MVPs, assuming that he gets at least over 400 home runs, and you know, if this guy get 2,500 hits, 450 home runs, and 280 batting average, he's gonna get in the Hall of Fame because of all his All-Star games and MVPs. But you know, he should probably be in the 500 club. I don't doubt that unless he gets injured or has Mike Trout issues. But anyways, there you go, folks. Boom, another big. That's one of the, not the biggest check off my Allen and Ginter list, because those box loaders from the early, like 2008, I think, the box loaders that had the different players from their different countries, and I got the 2 ones from Japan. Those ones are even like this much bigger than this card, you know. I think those cards are literally like this big. And so I needed one of those, and I got 2 of those, the Japan ones. So boom, big check off my list. Literally and figuratively. Alright, everybody. So there you go, Bryce Harper. Nats, now with the Phillies. Those minis. Couple code breaker cards, crack the code. And a GJ LeMahieu we got out of that blaster. Alright, everybody, so there you go. There you have it. Thanks for Bill and Jack and James and them guys calling in and telling me about the problems they're having over there with Roadkill Presidential Limousine Engine Masters Garage. Rob from Old Style Classic Baseball Cards. Take it easy, folks.